Hello. Today I'm going to discuss the persecution of albinism in sub-Saharan Africa. We are going to, I'm going to attempt to expatiate upon the plight of people suffering from albinism in the region and explain the ramifications this has on the human rights records of these countries. To begin, albinism is a congenital genetic disorder inhibiting the production of melanin, which results in an absolute absence of skin pigmentation. It is associated with a myriad of visual defects and renders individuals with an augmented risk of skin cancer due to the inability to resist solar waves. Inherited in an autosomal recessive pattern, albinism is the most prevalent in sub-Saharan regions, with a frequency of 1 out of 5,000, and in areas such as Tanzania, this rate can go up to 1 in every 1,000. This presentation, as I already said, this presentation will seek to shed light on the systematic persecution of the albino population in sub-Saharan region based on the heinous and barbaric African cultural superstitions against such individuals. The implications of these abominable disposition of the populace towards albinos is a flagrant violation of over 10 rights enumerated in the Universal Declaration of Rights. By the United Nations, most saliently Articles 1, 2, 3, 5, 14, and 25. Century-entrenched beliefs have persisted that certain body parts of albino people can transmit magical powers. Such superstition is present especially in some parts of the African Great Lakes region. It has been promulgated and exploited by witch doctors and others who use such body parts as ingredients in rituals, concoctions, potions, with the claim that their magic will bring prosperity to the user. As a result, albino graves have been desecrated and exhumed, and countless children have been slaughtered and subsequently dismembered for their body parts. Senior police officers in Tanzania have estimated that the full set of albino body parts can cost up to 80,000 on the black market. And there was a woman who did an undercover report over this issue, and she was able to meet with someone who was selling albino body parts, and they were able to arrange a price. And I would strongly recommend that everyone watching this presentation take a look into her work. I think I'll leave a link in the bio, in the comments. In addition, further abominable superstitions such as having sex with albino women as a remedy for HIV have led to doctors promoting rapes of such women and further transmission of the sexually transmitted disease. The UN noted from 2000 to 2013 it had received 200 reports of ritual attacks on people with albinism across 15 countries, all in Africa. Now we're going to discuss some of the health concerns, which I also believe is a salient example of the persecution and systemic discrimination against albino individuals in sub-Saharan Africa. Children with albinism in rural areas are exposed to high levels of ultraviolet light without the adequate protective gear, resulting in skin damage. Only 12% of public schools in Africa provide SPF 15 sunscreen for children with albinism. Non-melanoma cancers, such as basal and squamous cell carcinoma, which are usually rare in black populations, are common among this vulnerable group. Skin cancer often emerges around the age of 60 in the white South African population, however, the median age of development of skin cancer in albino populations is 20 years of age. And a fact that I feel really emasculates the extent of discrimination in sub-Saharan Africa, and the impediments that these individuals suffer from enjoying a full and gratifying life is that 98% of albinos in Tanzania do not reach the age of 40. Incapacity of medical facilities to remedy ocular disorders also lead to social ostracization and preventable blindness, such as children not being able to play with their peers, which leads to bullying and marginalization. And let's put this in perspective with a very sordid example. In April 2016, in Malawi, which is just a small landlocked nation in Africa, 4 individuals were brutally murdered as a direct result of abhorrent superstitions around